Now, if you've ever worked on a Falcon or a Comet or a Mustang, a lot of these parts are going to look pretty familiar. But in reality, you can make this work on almost any car. So starting with some of this, let's make one of these. So we're going to modify that, and we're going to get it to fit into part of this. First, to mount this, I want to use the original steering wheel mount, which mounts right here on the dashboard and also connects to the brake pedal support. That's all one thing. So that is that. And what limits where this goes is this little tang right there, which fits the steering column like that, so there's a little bit of play. So this is one of the things we have to keep in mind before we start cutting up any part of this. Since we're going to be going to a rack and pinion, this is going to definitely have to change because we're going to need something that can articulate on the end. Okay, so here is our Prius electric steering box. This is the U-joint side that goes down to the steering rack in our case. This is the steering wheel side here. You can see there's a little bit of a taper. What I need to do is use as much of this part of the tube as I can. And it actually goes inside this one. So I'm going to try to cut as much of this off as I can until I get to that. And then maybe slice this and take the rest off. What I missed before is there is definitely a snap ring in here holding that bearing in. Just see it right in there. It's left-handed. Also left-handed. I like them apples. So with my wood collar here and a bungee holding up the motor and notching out the pedal support so I can mount the motor, or rather clock it, facing over towards like 9 to 10 o'clock, this is going to work out, I think, really, really well. Oh, there's lots of room. Lots of This is the part that attaches under the dashboard and also holds on to the pedal assembly, which goes over the top of this. That's the way I'm going to do it on this. The pedal assembly is going to go over the top of this. This will be hidden under the dashboard on the driver's left side. And the only thing that'll be sticking down is this part. So we're going to take this material. I'm going to make two of these collars. One that's going to slide over the end here. And I'll attach it with screws or set screws to keep it in place on here. And then down here there'll be another one that actually slips inside but actually also protrudes on the outside to hold the collar from going anywhere. So with those, well, you'll see. It's hard to explain, but you'll see. I'm going to take this and I'm going to make some collars. Make some of these. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. On this side, I'm going to take this off, take these parts off. I'm going to make a plate that mounts there, and on that plate, we're going to attach the other half of the column. It's going to go down through the firewall. So this will all be original column. This will all be original column. This will be in the middle under the dashboard.
You seen these before, Chris? Their lodge was broke a long time ago. So we're taking good money and throwing it up at them. A lot. You can see a shut off valve. It's a 6-inch main. So that button's nice, guy. There's a locator, I think. So I think we have to pick it up.
3 sparks. So that's nice. Hopefully when I hit this button, repeated sparks happen. There. Yes, I did make sure. Because I've refilled these carbs and dumped a bunch of fuel down. Let's see what it do. Well, I may well have put a lot of fuel down this thing. But also...
Two duct tape drags. So 5 days before the event on October 12th, we're going to meet in Joplin, Missouri and drive 1,500 miles on Route 60 all the way to Tucson, Arizona, and you guys are coming with me. I don't know how many people we're going to have there, but I got to make sure that that way I'm free to help other people first. So if you're interested in Poverty Tour, please check out the Poverty Tour 2025 Facebook group, and there's all the info is there, including the route and everything. So what are we going to do to this car? Well,
excited to show you guys. I've already used it. I'm making this now after this bar matched up to these holes. Now this machine is going to work. Upgrade will be the fact that this machine will be 3/8 plate in the center.
Oh,
We're still going to have
there we
4-inch
go.
plate on the outside.
Sweet.
You see, I started making them now here. I'm going to make them.
I didn't really notice anything, at least from the video. Though, I guess I'll zip tie my air gun on and crawl under there. I think it might be plugged, though. I got it set on automatic now. Oh, yeah, it's working. I can hear it. It's kind of hard to get under here. Sorry, guys. It's kind of hard to get under here. Sorry, guys. Well, really good. Well, I'm hook it back up to the fuel pump over there. Then on Amazon or something, right? Look for a radiator for your car. This is hands down the best turn screws like this. It's kind of pop and look decent. Where your jack? You are. I'm with it. I'm telling you, 40 years or more. Now, honestly, cars, it's nothing compared to these cars. This car is built to they built a car. It's practically a tank. You know, is it Abrams more or less reliable than a 1964 record Comet station wagon? I probably go with station wagon at odds. But when you build these wagons, you gotta trust me, all right?
I don't know, it didn't look like that was closed a long time. Something bent or maybe the hinge. Yeah, let's spray that hinge real quick. We just pull it out, forcefully bent the inside. That's probably why it's not shutting. Hit it with a little blaster. And here we go. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Check it out. Anybody back here in the sleeper? No, probably just some critters. I would imagine. It doesn't smell bad in here. No, nothing at all. It's pretty dry all lately, though. But, yeah. I like the feel of that.
Yikes, you can see it impaled.
Valuable, I'd say pretty valuable. I think a used one's worth between $600 and $800. It doesn't need major machining.
185. That's yours. Well done. 185 it is. On to lot 157.
With the yellow front and gold livery, that doesn't have opening.
Followed by the Fraser Nash. Then it's Ian Baxter who started on pole yesterday now. Loses out, and that's something you never want to see either. That's the Parnell Challenger looking a little...
To attempt to keep the resin where I want it. Is that how you do it? I don't know. You mix this stuff 50-50, it says you got half of it. The rest of the bottle's not. Why did I do that? Alright, 50-50. It's pretty thick. Maybe it'll hang in there better than I thought. Pro tip, don't spill it.
So there it is. One compact way to have power brakes, not have any hoses, and not have to worry about enough vacuum for a big camshaft. And when it comes to steering, how about something that doesn't leave a stain, doesn't need a drive belt, and doesn't need any hoses? If you've watched the earlier videos on this car, you know my plans have been to build something I could drive to an open track day. But those plans have changed.